Hello, Police Best for UK here, and happy Saturday. I do apologise about. Yes, Kanami, thanks for that. I do apologise for lack of videos, but we've got 3 games to get through today just to make up. So, yeah, I think the first one's going to be Batman or something. Let's have a look. Let's start the game. Yeah, Batman Returns. I thought it was a Batman game. I remember that. So options. Let's have a look. So game level easy. Rest is like your lives, I'm guessing. So I'm just going to do it like that because I'm shit at games. So let's have a look at Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. So we've got some sort of cutscene. I'm interested to see if this is FMV. It's not going to be FMV, is it? Because it's a Super Nintendo. What the fuck am I on about? But yeah. Right, so we got some sort of cutscene. What they're trying to do, compete with the PlayStation 1 or something. Anyway, scene 1, ambush in Gotham Plaza. So I'll bet you this has got decent music because all Batman games always have decent music, especially the Sunsoft one on the original Nintendo. Right, okay, so have some of that. Right, initial thoughts. Yeah, it's like a Streets of Rage clone. Actually, quite a good one. Actually, it plays quite well. Yeah, the music sounds pretty good actually. Have some of that. Fuck you. Right, we're moving on. Watching it rescue the hostages and shit. Oh shit, look at this skeleton on a fucking motorbike. Have some of that. I'll just give him a roundhouse kick. I didn't actually. What are you doing on that motorbike? Told ya. I've never watched the Batman movie, so I don't know exactly what the heck is going on. There we go. Whoa! The Jokers and shit come across. Have some of these. So yeah, it's definitely like a Streets of Rage clone. There's not many Streets of Rage style games on the Super Nintendo, but this is pleasantly quite good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good actually. Yeah, it might be Batman themed, but yeah, this plays really well. Maybe the better of the Super Nintendo Streets of Rage style. If you're looking for a Streets of Rage style game on the Super Nintendo, and you don't mind the Marvel characters of Batman, etc., then maybe go for this one. It plays really well. The playability is excellent on this. The response to controls is really good as well. So yeah, that's the first of our 3. Like I said, I've missed a few gamer days, so I'm doing 3 games today, and I'm going to give this one a nice. I'm going to actually go for a 9 out of 10. So thank you for watching, and let's get on to the next video. Right, here we are. We're back. So the second game is a SNES version of Doom. Can you believe that? Doom on the Super Nintendo, and there it is. This is using the enhanced Super FX cartridge chip, so it wouldn't be able to handle this on its own. So let's go for new game. Now, Doom fans might notice something immediate. The sky and the floor is not textured. But yeah, seriously, Doom on a Super Nintendo, what the heck? What was I thinking? But to be honest, it's quite impressive nevertheless. It's got the Super FX chip version 2, I think, on board of the cartridge. And we've got Doom on the Super Nintendo, a 16-bit console released way back in the early 90s, or maybe even the late 80s. That's quite an impressive frame rate actually, to be honest, considering what we're running on. And the music sounds alright on the Super Nintendo sound hardware as well. It sounds a bit like a Sound Blaster running in MIDI mode with a strange WAV table on a 386 or 486. But if I'm honest with you, impressive as it is, the only thing I don't like about this is using it on a D-pad, on a controller. It's not great. But saying that, the original PC version was using up, down, left, right arrow keys. It wasn't using WSAD. Before someone corrects me in the comments, it was using up, down, left, right originally. And that's not much better, to be honest, but it works. We've got Doom on the Super Nintendo, which is like a fraction of the £1,000 worth of 486 hardware you would have had. Shall we check the next level? Let's check the next level. Yeah, seriously impressive considering what we're running this on. It is slow. It's not that slow though. I mean, if I pan left and right, it does slow down. If I walk forward, that's actually a playable experience, to be honest. Yeah, the floor and ceiling textures aren't present. But yeah, that's Doom on the Super Nintendo. I'm going to give that one a massive 10 out of 10 for absolute ingenious effort. The Super Nintendo can't run this alone, bear that in mind. So if you do decide to get like a cheap EverDrive clone, it won't have the hardware to render the frames. It's Doom had an additional chip in it called the Super FX 2, which would have rendered the additional frames. Same goes for other games such as Stunt Race FX. That's probably more likely the revision 1 of that chip, and also obviously the debut Star Fox Starring. But yeah, Doom on a SNES, look at that. 10 out of 10. Thank you for that one. Right, for our final game, we're going to do Lost Vikings, the Super Nintendo version. I played this a lot on the Amiga. I haven't got that much experience with the Super Nintendo version. Oh, the music's great actually, it sounds almost like Paula. Right, let's start the game, because it's going to go into demo mode if I don't. Bit of a pause there. Okay, it's gone into demo mode. We got this weird rotating circle. I don't think that was present on the Amiga. Right, okay, so players 1, 2, music, sound, stereo. Why would anyone want stereo off? Why would you want mono? Anyway, so let's go for new game. And let's have a look at the Lost Vikings, the Super Nintendo version. Whoa, that's random transition with a circle again. That's not an Amiga, I'm pretty sure it's not. Right, okay, so let's do this. Oh, there it goes again. All goes. So we're into the game now, so we can jump with that button. Right, select does the inventory screen selection. What does start there? No, start gives up. Oh, it's shoulder buttons. Ah, that's quite an interesting logic capture to the game, because shoulder buttons are perfect. I'm just going to test something. If I shoulder left, does it go up that way and then up that way again? What about if I shoulder up? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's something the Amiga version definitely didn't have. So you can go from this guy to this guy with the left. If you press right now, it goes back to this guy. That's really good for this game, because on the Amiga you would have to cycle through all three like this, if that makes sense. So that's a really good use of the shoulder buttons. So yeah, let's play the game. Music sounds very similar to the Amiga version actually, even though it's got completely different sound architecture. Oh, we got a bit slow down there. That's just my emulator. So yeah. So this guy can uses that dagger and also for a bow and arrow. Basically the idea of Lost Vikings, if you didn't already know, is to get everyone safely to the exit, and you have to work as a team. This first section is really easy, just showing you the ins and outs of the game. I don't like that circle transition effect. I think they could have avoided using that. I think it looks a bit cheap and crappy. So, into play, don't do that. Okay. Right, okay, if you still exist. Okay, so this is what I mean by teamwork. This guy can't do anything with weapons, he just jumps. He can't do anything. If I flare over to this guy, he can use his shield to block things, but he still can't use weapons. But if you look at this guy here, he can actually jump on that. So that can get you into higher spaces. I know about this game because I used to play it a lot on the Amiga. This guy is the one who's a fighter who does the weapons and shit. So let's take him across. Don't worry too much about that, it's just a tutorial message. So this game is really good. I'm not going to be able to show it all in this video, but this is just like sort of like almost like an introduction to the game. The game does have worlds as well, not just on a spacecraft hurtling towards space. There's different environments. So it's a really good game, and if you've ever played the Amiga version, you will know it's a good game. The reason why it's so good is because it remembers exactly where everyone is, and it can also pan to that position. For example, I'm down here in this lift. If I press one of the shoulder buttons now, the camera will automatically pan to this guy and I can do other stuff. So yeah, what a great day to finish, what a great game to finish my 3 games. I'm going to give this one 10 out of 10 as well. It's just great, and the Super Nintendo version is a true testament to the original Amiga version. The only thing I will say about the Super Nintendo version and the Mega Drive version, because it's also on that, I think, cartridge cost was higher, so the Amiga version was a definite version, and that was on floppy disks. You do lose the loading times and the swapping disks as well, so that's a plus. But would you rather pay whatever the price is for the Amiga disc version or the Super Nintendo cartridge version? Let me know your comments, and I'd like to see you in the next video. So thank you for watching. We've got a bit of time left in April, so try and get them suggestions for Snes Games as quick as you can, and I'll try and review them. I'll mention your channel if you've got one as well. If you do suggest one, pauliswest3uk@gmail.com, or just send it in comments in this video. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Bye!